Hello, everybody. Welcome to Filma's Kitchen. I wanted to give you my favorite tips, my top 4 tips for meal prep, and I'm also going to give you a few nutrition tips as well. So first off, I want to make sure everybody has chosen a plan. So basically, what is your plan? There are 3 main plans that we're using in this Dive Deep Challenge, and you're using either the 4-week gut protocol plan, you're using the portion fix, or you're using 2B mindset. Whatever plan you choose, they all work, okay? Make sure you have all your documents. Make sure you have your tracking and your logging. If you do not have these, if you don't have the paper ones, the most convenient ones that especially I use is the ones that we have in the Beachbody On Demand that we have already. Use them to your advantage. The key to meal prepping, the key to getting these results that we're looking for, that a lot of people miss, is tracking and logging in your meals. In this way, we can see where we need to adjust, if we do need to adjust, and what kind of foods work for us, what kind of meals we enjoy, and also where we can have a little fun and where we can have a little treat here and there. So you guys have these again in your app. So make sure you use them. So this one is actually from the Portion Fix. I have like a little meal plan. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit later, but first I wanna make sure you guys get the 4 tips first. So first of all, what is your plan? Make sure you choose one, all right? And number 2, choose 3 to 4 fruits and veggies and a recipe that you're getting off the Beachbody blog or Beachbody On Demand. We have them from Fixate as well with Autumn Calabrese and Bobby Calabrese. We even have the 2B mindset recipes, and they are amazing and delicious, okay? And they are approved for your plan. Actually, one of my favorite ones that I saw for the 4-week gut protocol that I did not even know was approved was chicken piccata, and it was delicious. Devin absolutely loved it, and it's one of his favorites. And also the brown rice pudding for breakfast also. So make sure you check those 2 out. Those are our favorites, and I'm constantly being asked by hubby to make them. So again, choose 3 to 4 fruits and veggies to work with for every meal prep. Another thing is mindset. Make sure you're thinking of this food as fuel. You're eating for your health here, okay? And not to say you're not going to be able to have your macaroni and cheese again or your pizza, which you can have pizza in this plan, but think of different alternatives when you are meal prepping. Okay, so again, make sure to keep it simple. The 4th tip I like to use is use different appliances that you can use at once, and also that will also help you that will also allow you to do other activities while you're waiting for it to be cooked. So for example, if I wanted to make, and I'm gonna look here at my meal plan to give you an example. If I wanted to make lunch, which is like a simple rice bowl, and dinner, which is salmon and broccoli, I would make my peppers and my onions and put actually, I would do it on stovetop. So I'd cut up the peppers and onions, put it on stovetop, have the rice going in a rice cooker, the brown rice cooker, and my beans would be my protein. So I'd be cooking my beans on another pot. That could probably take 15 minutes out of the meal prep time that I have. And brown rice takes like a half hour, 45 minutes to make. So I can definitely do some other activities like doing dishes, cleaning the house, playing with Elias, feeding him while the brown rice is cooking, right? Another thing is for dinner, while all that is being cooked and after I've done after I've chopped up the vegetables and started cooking them on stovetop, I can actually use my oven to make the salmon, baked salmon, okay? So while the salmon's in the oven, you have peppers cooking for another meal, plus, what am I forgetting? Oh yeah, plus the beans. And then on another part of the stove, you can actually steam your broccoli. So you're making 2 meals all at once. All of this could practically take about 35 to 45 minutes, guys. And that's 2 meals. all right? And that's 3-4 days out of your week that you don't have to spend every single day, a half hour every single day preparing a meal, right? So in all that, I like to use the stovetop, the oven. Sorry, I'm looking at I'm looking at Elias. He's trying to wake up, so I'll make this quick. But I'm using the stovetop, I'm using the oven, I'm using a brown rice cooker, and sometimes I'll be using a crock pot. Devin likes to have an extra meal because he's a hard gainer. So I like to add a soup. Okay, and the prepping for the soup usually takes about 15 minutes. Prep it, put everything in here, turn it on, set it, forget it, and it's done in about 5 hours because it's a slow cooker. So that's something you'd have to get back to later on. So some of the nutritional things that I like to share with you guys. First of all, clear out your pantry of things that you're tempted to eat. You guys know what I'm talking about. Cookies, cupcakes, pastas that are not whole grain or gluten-free. And also make, of course, mass amounts when you are meal prepping. And also think of your favorite foods. Think of your favorite foods and bring them to healthier alternatives. So instead of using sour cream, I'm gonna be using Greek yogurt. Instead of regular pasta, I'm gonna be using gluten-free pastas, okay? Instead of regular bleached flour, I'm either using gluten-free flour, I'm using almond flour or coconut flour for certain cakes. Sweeteners, I like to use maple syrup, agave. All right, I'm coming, honey. Sometimes honey, and some people like to use stevia. I don't, but stevia is fine. Plant milks are great. I love to use coconut milk. Almond milk is great as well as oat milk. As far as spaghettis, I like to use spaghetti squash or zucchini squash. You can even use zucchini lasagna, which was amazing when I made it. French fries. You can make French fries in your deep fryer, and I have a deep fryer in my air fryer, and you can. It's actually really good. It's actually part of the 4-week gut protocol. So. Another thing is spices. Use your spices to your advantage. I love to use Himalayan salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. These are a must in our household. And, sorry, I love to use them in tacos too. So, another thing is fill up on water. A lot of us underestimate our water intake, and just remember to drink your water before and after your meal, and during too, because sometimes, again, your body is just thirsty. So right now, that's it. Those are my tips for meal prep. And also one thing I forgot, mason jars. A lot of us don't use mason jars as often as we should, and I have a whole bunch here. They're great for storage, and they're great for salads, okay? I'll do that one week where I'll show you a recipe where you can use the mason jars for salads and also for storage. I like to put celery in them. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I like to put celery. It keeps them crispier. Add a little water on the bottom. I didn't add water to this one yet because I just did it, but it's super great for storage. All right, and that's it. My child is waking up, and I hope you guys got a lot of these tips down, and happy meal prepping. Please let me know any questions you have, and please let me know if this was helpful. If you have any other tips that you want to add, please share. Later, guys. Coming, honey.